All right, let's dive into something that might just flip the script on how you think about success. We're talking about the magnetism of achievement. The idea here is to stop chasing your goals and instead learn how to become the kind of person who naturally attracts them.
You know that feeling, right? Like you're on a treadmill, running faster and faster, putting in all the work, but the scenery never really changes. It's just this constant state of pushing and hustling, and honestly, it can be totally exhausting. But what if there's a better way? Well, it really comes down to two completely different approaches. You've got chasing success on one side, that's all about push, brute force effort, and it almost always ends in exhaustion. But then there's attracting success. This is a total shift. It's about creating a pull, getting into a state of flow, and actually feeling energized by the process. It's about letting things happen instead of forcing them. So how in the world do we make that shift? Well, it starts with adopting a whole new way of thinking, a new paradigm we're calling the magnetism of achievement. This isn't just a small tweak, it's a fundamental change in how you see your goals.
So what is it exactly? It's this core idea. Success isn't some prize out there that you have to hunt down. Nope, it's something you draw to you, based on the person you become. The focus shifts from all the things you have to do to the person you need to be.
I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Your outer world, all your achievements, your relationships, everything, it's just a mirror reflecting your inner self. And think about it. If you want to change the reflection, you don't mess with the mirror. You have to change the person standing in front of it.
Okay, so this sounds pretty great in theory, but what does it actually mean in practice? What are the building blocks? What makes someone magnetic to success? Let's get into the anatomy of what makes a human magnet. It really boils down to three core components. First, unwavering clarity. This is about knowing, deep down, what you're about and why you're doing it. Second, core confidence, which is that solid, unshakable belief in your own worth. And third, aligned actions. This means your daily habits are actually in sync with your clarity and your confidence. All right, so we know what the components are. Now for the really good part. How do you actually build them? Let's lay out the blueprint for becoming magnetic. This is where the theory turns into real, actionable steps.
And the blueprint is actually pretty simple. It's a three-step process. First, you define your direction. Second, you make sure you're walking in that direction. And third, you share who you are with the world. Let's break each of these down.
Step 1 is the foundation for everything. It's about finding your true north. This isn't about setting surface-level goals. It's about asking the big questions. What are my core values? What principles guide my life? What is my ultimate vision? When you get crystal clear on that, you have an internal compass that never fails.
Once you have that compass, step 2 is all about checking if you're actually following it. It's about integrity. You have to calibrate your actions. So if one of your core values is health, are your daily choices, what you eat, if you move your body, actually lining up with that? That alignment is what creates an insane amount of self-trust and magnetic energy. And the final step, broadcasting your value, probably isn't what you think. It's not about being loud or selling yourself. It's so much deeper. It's about authentically sharing your gifts and passions from a place of wanting to serve and contribute. When you do that, you don't have to chase. People and opportunities are naturally drawn to the value you're putting out there. So, what happens when you actually do this work? When you define your true north, align your actions, and share your value? Well, you start to create your own personal magnetic field. It's like your internal state starts to have a very real, very powerful effect on the world around you.
And this is the ultimate payoff. Your outer world literally becomes a mirror of your inner state. You stop chasing things because you don't have to. The right things just start showing up. It's because you finally become the person that those opportunities and people were looking for all along.
And what does that look like specifically? Well, you start attracting the right kind of opportunities, the ones that feel tailor-made for you. You start making connections with people who are on the same wavelength. And the resources you need, they just seem to appear right when you need them. It's a total game changer.
You know, this old saying just captures the entire idea so beautifully. You can spend your whole life frantically chasing butterflies and getting nowhere. Or you can focus your energy on building a beautiful garden. You cultivate yourself, your skills, your character, your values, and when you do that, the butterflies have no choice but to come to you.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Right now,
Today, based on your thoughts, your energy, and your actions, what signal are you sending out into the world? And more importantly, is it the signal that's going to attract everything you truly want? Something to think about.